Hey there, you know that little plastic card in your wallet? The one that gets you a few cents off your groceries? Well, it turns out it's doing a whole lot more than just collecting points. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the incredible journey your data takes every single time you go shopping.
I mean, it seems like a pretty simple question, right? But the answer? Well, the answer unlocks this massive, hidden world of information. A world that's built entirely around one person. You. It's a story about your habits, your tastes, and maybe even what you're going to want before you know it yourself. So let's follow the breadcrumbs. And to guide us on this journey, we're going to see this whole world through the eyes of someone on the inside. We'll call him John. He's the guy who sees exactly what happens to your information from the second you scan that card. His perspective is really going to help us understand what's actually going on behind the scenes. All right, so let's start with that familiar piece of plastic. On the surface, it's pretty simple. It's all about saving a few bucks. But from John's point of view, this card is the entry point. It's the handshake that kicks off a much, much deeper data story.
From our side of the checkout, the deal seems pretty straightforward. We shop, we scan the card, we collect points, and then we save some money. It feels like a classic win-win situation. Sometimes you can even use those points at other stores, which is great. But this simple transaction, it's really just the cover story for what's actually happening.
And this is the real transaction. See, every time you scan that card, you're not just getting points. You are, in a way, selling a detailed record of everything you just bought. Those discounts, you could think of them as the payment for your data. So, you've paid for your groceries and you've left the store. For you, the journey is over. But for your data, oh, it's just getting started. Let's follow it as it goes from your shopping cart right into the supermarket's massive digital brain. This whole process is incredibly efficient. The moment you scan, every single item you bought gets logged. Instantly, that information zips off to these vast digital warehouses. But it doesn't just sit there. The final and most important step is when they enrich your profile, adding this new shopping trip to the complex tapestry of everything they already know about you. Okay, so the supermarket now has all this raw data, just a mountain of it. But a giant pile of data is kind of useless on its own, right? It's just noise. Now comes the fun part, the treasure hunt. This is where they turn that mountain of information into marketing gold. The main tool for this treasure hunt is something called data mining. You can think of it like a digital detective, using these incredibly powerful computers to sift through billions and billions of purchases, all to find connections and patterns that a human could just never spot on their own. And what's this digital detective looking for exactly? It's looking for the story of you. By finding all these little patterns, they can build a surprisingly accurate profile. Are you a budget-conscious parent buying in bulk? Or are you a health-focused professional grabbing organic produce? Your shopping cart tells a story, and you better believe they are listening very, very closely. And here's where you really see the payoff. The difference is just night and day. In the past, marketing was a total shot in the dark. Everyone got the same coupon for bread. But now, it's surgical. If the data shows you buy a bottle of Malbec every Friday, you're the one who's going to get that special offer on wine. It's the difference between shouting at a huge crowd and whispering a secret that's meant just for you. I mean, this is all incredibly effective marketing, right? But it comes with a pretty big catch, doesn't it? When a company knows this much about you, it naturally leads to some big, unavoidable questions about your privacy. Now, this isn't the Wild West. There are rules in place to create some kind of balance of power. Data protection laws mean companies can't just do whatever they want with your information. And here's the critical part. You have the right to ask a company, hey, what exactly do you know about me? It's a really important check on this whole system. So where is all of this heading? Better coupons are just the very beginning. The ultimate ambition here is something much, much bigger. Let's take a look at the end game. It's all part of this grand strategy called Customer Relationship Management, or CRM. Don't worry about the jargon. The philosophy behind it is actually pretty simple. Stop treating customers like a faceless mob and start treating every single person like they're your only customer. And that leads to the holy grail of modern business, one-to-one marketing. The goal is to create an experience that is so perfectly personalized that every offer, every recommendation feels like it was crafted just for you. Because thanks to your data, it was. Just think about that term for a second. A segment of one. In old school marketing, you'd target a segment like, say, moms aged 30 to 40. In this new world, the target market is just you. a market of one. And look, this isn't just some far-off theory. It's happening right now. Take a company like Dell. You don't just buy a computer off the shelf. You go online and you build your own, choosing every single component. They create a unique product for each customer, but they do it at a massive scale. That's mass customization, and it's the exact same principle supermarkets are chasing with all their offers and services.
And that brings us right back to where we started, standing there at the checkout. The trade-off is pretty clear. We get convenience, we get personalized offers, we get a smoother shopping experience. But the currency we use to pay for all of it is our privacy. So the real question we're all answering every single time we scan that card is this one. Definitely something to think about.